Hi everybody, welcome to today's transmission. I'm going to share with you the light codes and healing activations from our Twinflame alignment workshop that was done a couple of weeks ago over on Patreon with a couple of other amazing divine feminines. It was a very, very powerful session. I'm going to just share with you the bits that came through me, and I'm going to summarize the other parts that other people contributed to. If you want to actually listen to the replay of the workshop or join in on future workshops live, you can join the Twinflame tier over on Patreon. But otherwise, I will continue to bring through the codes in updates here on YouTube. I have so much more to say. That was a couple of weeks ago, and so much has happened in the Twinflame journey since then. It's very powerful times right now. I will include all of that in a follow-up video, which will be posted in a couple of days with so much more to say. But for this workshop, what we did is we cleared karma from past relationships, opened a portal in the womb, just like the flower and the hummingbird. We discussed the fact that the feminine is very impatient for the masculine to make progress and make that connection on the 3D and to come into union. But we also acknowledged the fact that on the 5D, the feminine feels the masculine on the 5D, and she may be rejecting him at that level if he's not in full vibrational alignment, which we can feel at the 5D level. So even if at the 3D level, the feminine saying, I can feel him making that attempt, the hummingbird, to access the flower. Why is he not doing it in 3D? It's because you may have unknowingly, not consciously, but unconsciously at the 5D level rejected him because he's not 100% aligned. It's not quite right because there is an intelligence at that level that knows when it's right. This is the divine timing. We also talked about the masculine's divine timing, because I can really set my watch by my masculine. when it's coming from him, the time he calls or the dates he wants to meet up physically, all of that, I can set my watch to like divine portals and astrology because it's so spot on. And as soon as there's been a shift in me, there's a shift in him. So we're discussing, how accurate, impeccable, and divinely timed all of that is at the 5D level, and how the masculine, often unconsciously, is right on time with that. That is he's acutely sensitive to that and acts on it. So the impatience came up a lot, and what came up around the impatience is the fact that we're shifting timelines massively, collectively and individually, and in our twin flame unities as pair. And these higher timelines are requiring huge upheaval of the foundations. And these foundations are on multiple levels. So if you think of the foundations in your life, you can think of, well, there's the floor under my feet is a foundation. There's the shoes that I'm wearing, that's a foundation. There's all my emails and everything on my phone, that's a foundation, a platform. There's so many different foundations, and they're all shifting and changing right now as we ascend. Such a massive ascension process at the moment. So the feminine can't necessarily see, but the masculine is working hard within ourselves and within the masculine counterpart on getting that foundation exactly right, tweaking it exactly right before anything's built on it. And that's really important. That's a process we're doing right now. So the other things we did is we brought in unity codes. We anchored unity, and with that, the divine masculine protection came in. Boundaries are really up at the moment, so the feminine really having to be clear on her boundaries. 100% like, no, you can't come in if you're not aligned, not just with your masculines, but in every aspect of your life. You can't take anything that's out of alignment with you. So really having clear boundaries, saying what you mean. If you mean yes, say yes. If you mean no, say no. Don't allow any leaking or anyone's energy in that's not right. There are so many different levels you can see your boundaries coming into play as well. We also saw the divine masculine cutting away anything within the feminine's sphere and his own sphere that is not in alignment. So any past relationships, karmic relationships. We saw the crown, heart, and tongue being activated, white light coming in, entities being removed. And it was during this process of this clearing, we felt like we wanted to fall asleep. There was a heaviness, and there was a release of the masculine density and masculine karmics and things like that through the eyes and the brain. Then we had a channel come through about the unity and clearing mistrust as the truth of the unity comes in. The sanctity of the union, forever united. So I will actually share that channel with you. With that, the sacrum, the lower half of the body, all anchored and cleared, and all the threads of any other people cleared out of your foundation, including lifetimes, past lives, things like that. There was a heart activation, a throat activation, a message from Sandalphon saying that now this unity is available for twin flames in a way that it has never been before, worldwide. There was so much balance coming in through the spine, through the masculine and feminine sides. And yes, sacred union just fully landed at that next level. So in my paintings, there were the 3 levels: the very high crystalline level, the more astral energy body level, and the 3D clay version level. And what's been happening is the astral level of the masculine, the 5D level, has been bringing in that love, those love codes from his painting into the 3D version with the clay figurines. So that's like the lower level, and that's what we're feeling anchoring right now. So there was keys, a circular key that the masculine was looking through, and he was able to see everything clearly. He was able to see the unity clearly. He was also able to see through dimensions and in all directions, and that was protected. His vision was protected. We saw that as protected with glasses. There was some Syrian information and light codes coming through around the 8-8 portal and the keys coming in at that time. And with that was a lot of abundance in the form of seeds being spread all over the world and planted and flowering, and us sowing the seeds of what we wish to grow between now and the next 8-8 in a year's time, and watching those all be successful. And reaping the rewards of our work and harvesting these beautiful, abundant dreams and soul-led desires. So with that, I will share with you the light codes from the workshop, and then at the end I will just do another channel just for this group to see if there's anything else that's required just to tie that all together or help you ground that, being that I'm sharing just parts of the workshop, whilst of course you will be receiving the codes through the artworks and through my energy field. So here's the workshop.
Ia tia ko tia kakatia ko tayaya, akataya katoya kayala tia katoya, akatatia katoya la tua katia koko, akatatia kotea kakaya ya 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 toyo yo yo yo, akatataya ya 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 ya, akataya koya taya ko, akatoya kaya ka. In the build-up to the fruition of the twin flame unity, there is an underlying mistrust that occurs, which will be cleared and anchored through the earth grids as you accommodate the truth of the unity that you are, that is moving through you both together at all times under the protection and sanctity and a loving divine union of the Most High. This will forever be united in deed, in word, in sanctity, in presence, and in embodiment. Katia yo toya. Akatia toya katia la tia katoya. Akatia la toya kakaya tia ko. Akatia katia kotaya taya tia tu kataya. Akatoya taya toko kotaya. Akatia katoya ka lotoya. Atoya kaya. Akoya ya. Akoya ya tia la toya katakia kato katachia. So we feel this moving through your sacrum bone and through the lower half of your vessel. Katoya la tia kakatia katoko takata. As all threads of other lifetimes and other relationships are removed, akaya toya kalatia kataya yo, and the unity that moves through both your vessels are anchored and grounded into the reality you currently inhabit. Aya toya la toya kaya. Akatoya la tia katoya ya tia katoya. Akatosha takata tia tataka toko. Akataya taya toya la tia katakatia koto. Shakataya ya. Or shakataya ya tia katokotaya taya katokotakatia katia tolo to ko. Akatoya taya ya taya ya. Ishakataya. Heart activation happening. Akatoya kaya ya toya leya tokotaya ya. Akatoya la tia katoya ya takatia tokotaya tia. Akatoya taya ya. Akatoya tia ya tia toka tia cho tia. Akoloa taya. Throat now. Akatoya la tia katata katuku. Akatoya takatia kakotoka. Akatoya kataya tia ka. Akatoya kataya tia kato. Akatoya taya tia katakatia. Akatoya tokataya. Akatoya tia taya ya. Atoya taya kato tia kataya. In the sanctity of this union, you are forever held in the breastplate of the divine source as a unity, as individuals, but forever unified. Akaya toya. Akatoya ye tia katakataki tokotaya tukatakia tukataya. Ushatia la tia katoya. Akatoya ta isa taya ya. They're talking to the three of us now. You three are anchoring some powerful unity codes into the earth grids. Well done on coming together and doing this work in this way. We are infinitely appreciative of this quest that you are undertaking, and we are blessing you with codes of appreciation and love now. Ayatakaya. Ayatakaya katoya. Ayakatia kotaya. Ataya. Ataya kakoya taya kaya taya kotaya kaka. Katoya lia katoi toi 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 ya. Toi toi toya kataya ka. Akataya. The sanctity of marriage is beholden now. Akaya taya. Ishatakakatia. It is available now in a widespread fashion for twin flames, the world around. Akayoya tia tia tia. Akatoya ya tia ya. Akatoya ya taya ya. Akoyo yo yo. Akatoya yo. Akataya ka. Ishataya. Ataya ya. Ataka. Just felt incredible blessings and gratitude there. So what I feel now is like this real alignment and balance of the left and right through the spine, all the way down that sacrum area that was achy. And just this lightness in the energy field, just so light and balanced between masculine and feminine. Then what they said is that sacred union has dropped in, which is the masculine feminine balance. So the marriage. Sandalphon wants to say something. In the enlightened truth, the reality is but a blip in the machinery. There is unforetold riches and abundance available to you at all times, and the narrow viewpoint that you have in the real world is just a tiny drop in the ocean. There are unforetold possibilities and potentials that you can connect to and attune to in any moment. And these abundant possibilities are beginning to be revealed to you as you come into this unity that you have been anchoring through your twin flame journey. This unity opens up perspective, raises vibration, and calls in unlimited potentials, which you can then choose and pull into your reality. This is the abundant spectrum that becomes now visible to you with this recent shift. Aya takaya tokoya. Ataya ya ya ya. Akaya ya toya. Isia toya ya. Akoya ya ya. In light and love, we gift you these codes, and I see them going into our hands, which you may now envelop with your heart for you and your twin flame into the unified heart, and anchor them now through your vessel into the earth streams and the collective consciousness. Blessings to you in all abundance, light, love, harmony, bliss, and unity. I'm really getting the sense of a huge amount of possibilities, that really we have a choice, which, I don't know, I feel like from that limited perspective they were talking about was like trying to grab onto the one thing that is our sole purpose that we, and it's like, no, you've got all of these possibilities. You've got this whole menu full of things that you can taste. It doesn't have to be just that one thing that you think that you've been following until now, or that there is an abundant menu to choose. I can feel that reality. Yeah. It feels so freeing.
In my painting of the flower, the heart-shaped flower, the peace and love lily, and the same with the seraphim gateway, got like these arms going up, and then we've got like in the seraphim we've got 3 sets of wings, and they've got like these ones going up, these ones going out, these ones going down, and that's what the lily has as well. It's like the outward expansion, and then the downward grounding. So the coming in from above, the expanding through the whole world, and then the grounding into the earth. My heart just embraced that whole thing, the up, the down, and the expansion. Yeah. And that heart is our twin flame's heart as well. I'm feeling like this coming to a completion down in the depths now, like I can feel my feet chakras tingling as they're starting to complete, and the earth stars full of these codes, and then release. So I just felt this, and I just felt the release of the guide. I feel so full of light codes, but expanded, so not dense, like full of all of those things they were saying, bliss and love and appreciation and grace and unity, but so light and expanded and calm.
So that was the workshop. I apologise for the poor audio quality at the end there. That was a bit of impatience on my part, so it took me 3.5 hours to just get that far with the editing, and then it's been another 2 hours on top of that. But I think this is a great illustration about the patience required to do something properly, and how things take longer than you think. And I do believe this is a reflection of what was coming through in the twin flame journey as well, and just to have patience and understand that things that you're not aware of are being put in place and that they're important. So this is just now a channel to tune into the YouTube group who are listening to this video. Make sure that everything is all reconciled and grounded and integrated, and bring through any additional messages that are relevant for this group right now. 2 cards have come through from the Intuit Twin Flame Oracle. I'm conflicted about whether I have what it takes to be your partner. And there's a lesson to be learned from this. And this is from the masculine. They're both masculine cards. So I did also get some divine channel coming through on this topic, saying that the masculine worships the feminine and can't fully comprehend down on the ground at the practical level how he could be of benefit to her, like what he can contribute, whilst the feminine is feeling like she's doing it all on her own, and why is he not doing his work and contributing 50-50 and working as a co-creative unity, whilst he is, of course, doing the work just in a less conscious way. I've also had messages about the masculine believing he is the frog prince, that gets kissed and turned into into the prince. And of course we know the DM is not a frog and he's not a prince, he's a king. And the feminine is waiting for him to step into that kingdom, the kingdom. So you're bringing the kingdom and the queendom together. Akatia kakoya taya kadekaya taya. Akatoya ta ia kakatoya taya kakaya toya. Akatatia kakakia takaya toya taya kakaya taya. Okoko taya kaya tia taya tokoko. Akatata ia kakakakaka. So I've been feeling the feet chakras heating up and spinning, connecting with the earth. The base chakra activating and clearing a load of attachments that need to be released. And then we are getting the Ariel angel has come in and revealing the attachments. Akatoya kaya yaya. Akatoya aya takaya toya taya kakakatoya. Akataya kaka. Oya kaya taya ka. Akaya taya. So that the new beginnings can begin. Akatoya yaya tayaka. Akatoya yaya tayaka ka ia toya kakaya. Akatoya akia tayakaya. Akatoya atia kaka ia toya ya. Akatoya akaya to shakati titi akatoya. Ashia katatia takakai koya taya. Ashatia katoya kakaka. We're clearing that conflictedness, especially in the masculine within all of us. Akatoya kakakaya taya. And that masculine counterpart who's feeling unworthy. And unworthiness has definitely come up as well. Akataya kakaya toyo toya. Akataya kakatia tatia tatia tokokotaya yaya. So the worthiness is being activated in the heart right now. And this is the unified heart that the twin flames share. Akatoya kaya taya kaya. Akatoya kaya taya kaaya taya kia to. Akatoya kakatia ka. Akatoya katia tata ia katoya taya kakakatoyo. Akatoyo akataya ka ia taya. Akataya ka atoya kakai. Akatoya kaya taya. Akataya ka oshataya. Asha katoya toya toya katia ka ayata. Akatoya kakatia ka iata taya. Throat is being activated, sacral chakra is being activated. Akatoya kakakaka, the new start, the new beginnings. Akatoya kakaka. Akatoya kakakaka, shifting that which is not aligned and not resonant with those new beginnings. Really letting it go. I'm seeing Metatron sword. I'm seeing that cutting away any of those interference or old paradigm attachments. Akaya toya kaya. Akatoya ayatoa. Akatoya kaya toya kaya. Okoya taya. Akoya taya. I'm seeing the great revealing, but I'm seeing it in the eyes of the masculine, like the masculine's eyes growing wide and his third eye and pineal activating and seeing what he's heard about and what he's been connecting to, but seeing it for himself. Akatia ka ia toya. And I'm seeing the win in twin. I love that. That's funny. Okay. Akaya taya ko aya taya kaya ko akaya to. So what I'm feeling is almost like he didn't, perhaps unconsciously, but didn't feel worthy of what the feminine has been bringing. And it's like he suddenly, it's like seeing it and being able to touch it. He's connected to that worthiness dropping in. But that worthiness has dropped into the unified heart. So the heart needed to be unified. Akaya toya kaya. Akataya ko asha ia taya. Asha toya ko taya yaya. And I'm going to talk about this in the next transmission, but recently I felt the twin flame unified heart, and as I was going off to sleep, I heard the guide saying, your heart is in concert. So it was the unified heart, the shared heart was in concert. So the soul song was singing. Okay, just felt the throat chakra activate there out in YouTube. Beautiful. And the crown activate, the feet activate. That's it. Beautiful expansion. Thank you, everybody. Thank you, guides. Okay, I will, once the next video is done, I will put it at the end screen here and also in the description box below, so you can follow the rest of the story. Take care. Blessings, everyone.